What is up? It is your Paso Realtor, and I'm here to say that El Paso traffic is getting bad. I made a video about El Paso traffic before, but I definitely think it's time to make a new one because I'm starting to notice some big changes in my commute time and just my patience overall on these El Paso roads. Before we get into the facts and the data though, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on any hot homes and information that I'm posting every single Friday, and turn on that bell. That way you guys get notified whenever I post. If you guys are thinking about moving to El Paso, go ahead and contact me and we can start that process for you. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the obvious reason that everybody's thinking about as to why El Paso traffic is getting worse. And that first reason is going to be an increase in population. We saw a 1.26% increase, leaving us at 963,000 people living here in El Paso, Texas. In respect to that, there have been 9,476 home sales. That is not including December though. So come the end of December, we're going to see more home sales, which means more people moving into El Paso, Texas. Now, it is good to know that some of those home sales are current residents moving neighborhoods or even people moving out of El Paso. But some of them are people moving into El Paso from out of state, investors moving in, buying multifamily units, renting them out to current residents, and renting them out to new people moving into El Paso. And these people that are moving into El Paso are coming with their kids that need them to drive them to school, pick them up from school, take them out to activities in and out of school, which means more people on the road at more times of the day. Some of these kids are elementary, middle schoolers, or even high schoolers. But I don't think that this population increase is the main reason as to why El Paso traffic is getting worse. In 2018, we actually received an even greater population increase at 1.76%. So, why is El Paso traffic starting to become more dense? Well, I'll tell you why. El Paso is a fast-growing city. We're experiencing construction all over the city. Short-term maintenance, long-term construction, short-term construction. For example, at the time of making this video, we actually have construction going on many important roadways. I-10 East by UTEP, Montana and Airways by our most famous mall, Cielo Vista Mall, Joe Battle by the Pebble Hills area, and a couple other important roadways. Also, the Texas Department of Transportation has proposed new developments for roadways to compensate for the new population coming in and the new development that is going on all over the city. Let's go ahead and take a look at those proposals. We have the Borderland Expressway. This proposed construction would complete a route around the northeast side of El Paso. The purpose of the proposed project is to address regional system linkage and system capacity by providing an alternate route to I-10. The proposed Borderland Expressway would complete a route around the northeast side of El Paso, suitable for truck and other traffic, diverting traffic from the city center. This proposed Borderland Expressway would actually be around an area in the northeast that I have talked about, around the Mesquite Hills/North Hills area by Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Next up, we have Horizon Boulevard FM 1281. The Texas Department of Transportation, El Paso District, is developing a corridor master plan for a 9.4-mile section of Horizon Boulevard from Alameda Avenue. This is because Horizon Boulevard is expected to experience increased growth in the future, as many new developments along the corridor are currently in the planning or construction phases. Downtown 10. This would be from Executive Center Boulevard to Loop 478, which is Copia Street. The proposed project entails the I-10 reconstruction and widening of existing main lanes, providing continuous frontage roads with pedestrian and bicycle amenities, constructing retaining walls, bridges, and ramps, and reconfiguring cross streets. As you can see from what I described to you, the Texas Department of Transportation knows that El Paso is a fast-growing city because these proposals they have are actually huge projects that would help traffic greatly in El Paso. And it's because they know El Paso is going to experience a huge population and development increase in the near future. Now, I know I already addressed the fact that people moving into El Paso is part of the reason as to why traffic's getting worse. But let's talk about a deeper reason, and that's going to be where they're moving to. A lot of these people are buying new construction homes, and because they're buying new construction homes, those new construction homes are located in Horizon, in far west side, far east side, Pebble Hills area. And these are newer areas. Because they're newer areas, the roadways are not as developed. They're not as big. They're not as many lanes. For example, heading into Horizon, there's two main entrances. You get off on East Lake Boulevard or you get off on Horizon Boulevard. And often those two entrances get very congested. Into the 79938 far east side, you're on Montana Avenue, and there's so many stoplights. Sometimes you'll find yourself during rush hour at one stoplight for two red lights. Another one's going to be heading into the far west side, the 79932. Once you pass Red Road and you're heading up towards Paso del Norte, it turns into a 2-lane freeway. During rush hour, I find myself stuck in first gear for a while because there are trucks heading out of El Paso. There are families going out of town, and there are families going to their homes, all with 2 lanes. In a lot of my delayed commutes, I've realized that at the end of the traffic, it ends up being 2 cop cars having 2 or 3 lanes closed, leaving traffic to squeeze into 1 or 2 lanes because of a car crash. So I went ahead and looked up, have car crashes increased in El Paso? And they have, from 2,100 to 2,500 in 2021 alone. And in September, we reached a record number high of traffic deaths. And it makes sense because more population coming into El Paso means more people on the road. That means the likelihood of car crashes happening are greater. At the time of making this video, there are currently 2 major car accidents and multiple cars on the shoulders of roads all over El Paso for an unknown amount of days. So car crashes are definitely contributing to traffic backing up in El Paso. All in all, traffic in El Paso is definitely getting worse. If you look at any traffic map, you'll notice that more yellow and red is starting to pop up. In comparison to before, you would see a lot of green if you look at my past video about traffic in El Paso. Main roads and exits, entrances are starting to get congested. I-10 East, I-10 West, Airways, Hawkins, Paso del Norte, East Lake, Horizon Boulevard, Montana Avenue, they are definitely starting to back up. However, do not let my data and my opinion about El Paso traffic confuse you with traffic in other big cities such as Dallas, Houston, Phoenix, because our traffic definitely does not compare to Houston's 2.31 million population. I'm just saying that it's getting worse, but our traffic is definitely not terrible.